let us go to the Zoom machine and talk to the aforementioned Fernand Lopez, who's kind enough to join us after a very busy week, a very busy weekend, a very busy few months for him and his MMA Factory team. Fernand, my friend, thank you for the time. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, and I'm sorry that things didn't go your way on Saturday, didn't go Cyryl's way on Saturday, but as I've said, and I think a lot of people would agree, he'll be right back in there, and he's a tremendous talent, and I don't think anyone doesn't believe that he's going to fight for the belt again in the near future. Could I ask you, just, and I know this is a broad question, but how did you feel about the fight? What are your thoughts now about the fight several days later?
Everything went very like we planned it till the third round when that kick get cashed by Francis, and then he had that takedown, and after that thing was more tough because Francis is tough. We know that it will be tough for the wrestling department. We definitely knew that. I mean, that people that they think that was a surprise. We know that 100%. I mean, like I have a book coming up in start of March that the book that been writing in the real time on the preparation, the real time, and you will see that mentioned on that book that we know that, but against two things. One is that people they really do underestimate the opportunity that someone can have. Like the first takedown that was amazing takedown was something that Francis seized the opportunity, which is good. I mean, I don't want to take any credit of that, but that's not like a timing a takedown to you. You kick me, and while you kick me, I catch your kick, and then I just reverse you, and that was spectacular. Very good. No problem. After that, the protocol was followed very good from Ciryl, which is how do I get back on my feet? How do I reverse the position, sweep the position, try to hit any submission, and then maybe go from there. So at that point, Francis started to work on the Kimura, and because of Ciryl defending very well with the arm on the opposite armpit, pushing the armpit, that made it difficult for Francis to even attempt that submission. But again, I did like the fight, and I need to give the credit and the congratulations again one more time to Rick Nixit, to his team, Francis. They did what they should have done to win the fight, and that was a competitive fight.
How surprised were you? Obviously, you know Francis well. You've studied him. You've watched him. How surprised were you with his grappling, that he was able to do these things against Ciryl?
What on the grappling?
Yeah, sorry. The connection kind of got screwy there. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. How surprised were you with his grappling?
I need you to help me to break down his grappling.
Okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean when you say about grappling?
Well, okay, the wrestling.
You mean about? No, I wasn't surprised. Like I told you that I know that they will be wrestling because, like I said again, I said that in many interviews. I don't see how in this first round we will be challenging in the boxing department. I know that they will not be challenged, and that was what happened. There's no challenge with Ciryl in the boxing department, first of all. And then we went to the wrestling department, and that wrestling takedown, the first takedown happened with a kick, did cash it, and then sweep and reverse the thing. That was good. I mean, Francis is powerful. And I think he did a good job on wrestling. That's good. But I wasn't surprised. I'm serious on that. I'm not trying to say to you that I'm not, I don't appreciate, I really appreciate, but I wasn't surprised at all what happened. And the grappling, there are people out there saying that Ciryl cut out grappling. If you can help me to break down that part of out grappling, I don't really get it.
I guess the part that surprised a lot of people was that we've never seen Francis really do anything on the ground, like even like basic stuff like wrist control, right? Like just or like escaping and taking the back, just like basic stuff that anyone does. We've never seen him do that. So that to me was like, wow.
That's why I don't agree with people. That's not true. Remember that Francis won 4 of his fight by submission, including in the UFC, beat Hamilton with a Kimura.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to do that, but it's another thing to do it against Ciryl Gane on a big stage because Cyryl's so good.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it's a compliment. Listen, he's down 2 rounds. No one thought that it was going to go that way, right? By the way, Francis via decision was a plus 1,200. If that makes, like, no one thought that was going to happen.
Okay, this part I was for surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about the way of winning the fight. I didn't thought at any time that Francis will win that fight by decision. That was way far. I mean, if you get me in the second round, I told Ciryl, there's no way you're losing this fight by fatigue. You can be fatigued. You're a cardio machine. You can just be fatigued. But again, Francis on top of you can wear you down. He's heavy. He's powerful. He's solid. I'm trying to say that when people, they say he out-grappling someone, that's not the case.
Well, I guess you could say he out-grappled because he won the rounds, right? He won 3, 4, 5, and it was primarily contested on the ground. So that's why I think people are saying that, right?
That's the thing. The thing is that you can win the round because you take someone down, and you can win the round because you lay on someone, and that's the situation. But again, if I ask you as a referee, what did he attempt exactly to submit or to evolve the fight? Kind of hard to say. So I'm impressed by the fight IQ that he had to wear down Ciryl, play on him, block him, and every time that he tried to, you were talking about the wrist control. That's something that he was doing already long time ago. I don't really know. This nothing surprised me on what happened. To be honest with you, I just know that the performance that this was good, but not surprising for me.
That's fair. Okay. So can I ask you, did you know that his knee was injured?
At all.
You did not know?
No chance. I mean, like,
because there were rumors. Even I was like, there were people were tweeting about it. There were a ton of rumors, and then the broadcast.
There's a. Okay, if I thought that they're going to find that video of me talking to Ciryl just before starting the fight. When I saw that David Ciryl Gane brother sent me a screenshot of Twitter saying that I heard that someone who knows someone who has the phone of Francis said that Francis is hurt on the knee. That was on Twitter. And I asked David, do you buy this? And David said, no. And I said, no, I don't buy this. And when Francis get inside the octagon, and I saw the 2 knee rappers, I called Ciryl to come close to me. And I said to Ciryl, don't fall to the bed. Don't go there for the low kick. He will counter you. I don't believe that Francis is hurt. Don't go there. Don't kick him on low kick. He will counter you. That's what I say to him. So, again, I know how you guys can twist some things. I don't want tomorrow this going up in the interview saying that Fernand Lopez saying that is a lie. Francis wasn't hurt. I don't say that. I'm saying that, on my point of view, the way that the information of Francis getting hurt was leaked just a few hours before the fight, I thought that was a bet.
I got you.
100%. And I told that to Ciryl, don't go kick a blank low kick. You will get knocked out by Francis. Don't kick down. Stay on the kick that we use it. Our game plan was to use the taekwondo in order to put Francis out of possibility of any KO. Like, the solution that I found that was the best solution to avoid any possibility of KO was to use the taekwondo, which was good for me because that's the language that I know how to talk to someone in Korean, not talking in French. Because if I say low kick or if I say coup de pied, you will get it, someone will get it, Francis will get it. So we did all the fight, the game talking about Apchagi, which is tip, talking about Yopchagi, which is the side kick, talking about Gichagi, which is the back kick, talking about Mondolio Chagi when we were talking about the, how to say this, the wheel kick, the kick that stunned a little bit Francis. That's what we use on all this camp to make sure that the language was different and to make sure that we keep him to distance of leg, a little bit longer than distance on hand. And that went perfect. I mean, like, Ciryl didn't get efficiently touched in the head. But I didn't buy any time and any moment about anything about injuries. Like, in our camp, we know that the very day of the fight, very late, and I give the instruction saying that forget about the injury. I don't believe it at all.
What were you thinking when Ciryl went for the leg lock?
That was good for me. Like, again, I don't want to avoid the responsibility on that leg lock. The way he landed there, I knew that he was going for the leg lock. The way he started to bring Francis' leg on his thigh, I know what was going on. And because I didn't want to say clé de talon, which means heel hook, I just said, yes, go for it. You got it, go for it. Now, this is the thing. The MMA wars amaze me every time how analysts can go all the way or all the other way. When Ciryl Gane hit the head hook, unless 15 seconds from the fight that he was winning completely against Deontay Mel, everyone was like, wow, the guy is so talented. He's looking for a spectacle. He's looking to finish fight. It's not boring fight. He not go there to land on people and try to be boring fight. He's try to finish fight. You have tons of people say, oh, this kid is the good kid because now he's going for a finish fight. He's not there try to touch and not get touched, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. When we go in this fight and the guy miss the heel hook, instead of saying, well, he made his choice. The choice that could be good or could be bad. But because we was at this to finish the fight on that heel hook. But people, they are like, that was a wrong move. That was a wrong move. But who knows? I didn't know that. I knew that we had 2 rounds. I know that Francis had 2 rounds. I didn't really know if the judge are thinking like me. Matter of fact, one of the judge give Francis the first round. So what will happen if Ciryl lay there, do not make it to have an efficient ground and pound, and went there to end, and then they give him the defect. You will have said, well, you know what? Don't leave it to the judges. You should have give everything to win the fight. That's what the kid did. So Again, maybe that was wrong, but I'm 100% with him. I know that. I mentioned you the book that I'm writing. That's coming up on March. What is crazy is that in the start of the book that I wrote, in a training session 3 months before the fight, Ciryl attempted many heel hook at gym, and I said to him, "Forget about heel hooks. Francis is another animal. The pain will not make him give up. Forget about the heel hook." That's what I said to him. And secondly, if Francis come on top of you and in hammer you, one hammer fist or two, you're out. So let's forget about that strategy. But while we was going on training, keep training, I felt like he was so good on that heel hook, like so good. He hit the heel hook on so many good, talented grappler in France that I was like, you know what? You're right. If you feel it, let go. He was going for the Imani rolls on people on the gym and hitting that and making that wall. So why should I not believe on him? Like when he was on a quadruped position, like when he was on his knee, he was attempting with the knee bar and going from the knee bar and go for the heel hook. And he can masterize like 3 or 5 versions of heel hook that he has. So again, I just want people to understand that, well, sometimes it goes well for you, sometimes it goes wrong for you. I don't regret at all that heel hook because, again, if I didn't hit that heel hook and we lose on the decision, I will be killing myself saying that, why did he not try this? Because I know he's very good on that. This is part of spectacle. Like, you guys want Ciryl to be to bring the show. He brought the show. Heel hook is a show. In my team, in Eric Nixon's team, in the people in the venue, who didn't get scared on that heel hook? Who didn't? Everyone was like, "Oh shit, he's going for this again." But well, it went bad. So let's just say we didn't. We'll back to the board. We'll back on the board and try to learn again and try to walk again. That's it. I mean, try to blame a kid saying that, well, you're stupid. Your father is not that good.
That's stupid. I mean, listen, you go for things, they work, they don't work. I mean, it happens. That's not the reason why he lost the fight. You know, you go for stuff in a 25-minute fight. And now at the end of the fight, Fernand, did you think he had won? Or did you feel like those last 3 rounds didn't go your way? What did you think?
All. I knew that we lose the fight.
Okay.
Because again, like I said to you, when he decided to go for the heel hook, I was okay with that.
Yeah.
I knew that I could have said to him, no, don't go. I know what you're trying to do. No, don't do that. I had the possibility to do that, but I didn't. I eventually pushed him to do that. And again, it's too easy to come give the number after the lottery is out.
Sure. That's right. Of course.
Bunch of people are there trying to say, well, he should have not do this because of this.
Yeah, that's why.
That's so easy. The lottery is already out. And then you come in there, you say the number is 1, 2, 3, 5. Well, you know what? Everyone knows already the number at this point. If you were in my position, if you were in the Ciryl Gane position, are you sure that you will not go for the heel hook when you know that you are a master of that heel hook? Like, people, they don't know how good Ciryl is on heel hook. I'm telling you that it is doing the Imani rolls, going for the heel hook. So I know what I'm talking about. But again, Francis is another animal. It's another level. And he showed that again. So I have only respect for him as a sportman. I have only respect for his team. Nothing to say about it. They have all the credit. They are the champ. We just have to back on the board. And as soon as we in the plane back home, I already give a call in 2 heavyweight coming from Dagestan for the wrestling. I already give a call of 2 tough guys in the grappling. The next 4 months, Ciryl Gane will eat grappling like ever. He never did. Because anyway, what do you have left? 3 person. Stipe Miocic, wrestler. John Jones, wrestler. Curtis Blade, wrestler. Francis, decent wrestling.
Right.
So at this point, we made what we should have do, which is have the way to accelerate a career, speed a career. We know how to speed career, which is I know how to bring someone to 0 to the title very fast. Using his strength, not getting in any submission. That's what we did. Now that we are on the top, now that we can challenge the belt, now is the time to be perfect in all the departments. If you want to let a legacy, if you want people to talk to you as a god, you need to be in all that department, and that's what we intend to do right now. Ciryl Gane have 10 days vacation, and then we are back on board.
Now that it's over, Fernand, it was obviously a very personal build-up and emotional, and there's a lot that went into that fight. Now that it's over, are you happy that it's over? That was probably a very exhausting few months for you, and I'm sure last week especially. Are you happy that this, at least for now, who knows if they meet again, and it will start all over again, but for now, are you kind of relieved that this is all over?
All 100% I'm relieved. Like, when I crossed the octagon, the day that Ciryl lost a fight, when I crossed the octagon and I shake Francis' hand, that was my way to say, okay, buddy, it's over. I'm done. Like you, Ariel, if you ever ask me a question of Francis again, kind of question that can be tendacious, negative, I will just say to you, I'm not talking about this. Mm-hmm. If you ask me anything that can be in the reality, in the actuality, obviously I'm an MMA person, so I will talk about it. If there's something that is natural, that's something that's normal, that can be, but my beef with Francis, I'm done. Like, they can say whatever they want again on me and Francis. I'm not responding anymore about that. I'm done. It's over. I'm done.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. Did you say that to him, or was the handshake?
I didn't say. I didn't have time to say that to him. I shake his hand. We spent like maybe 5 seconds or 4 seconds looking each other in the eyes when we shake hands. But I talked like maybe 5 minutes with Michael. He went to me and called me and wanted to talk with me. Martin is my manager, and we talked like 4 or 5 minutes just in the medical when Ciryl was in the medical check. And I talked already also with and I heard very hardly and deeply and sincerely Eric Nixit, and we trade very good word on what we're doing and what we should do in the next. Also, when I shake Kamaru's man hand, he stopped me and said to me, Fernand, we're brothers. Let's stop this. Let's just move on. And I said, you're right. Let's move on. So, yeah. The 3 persons that I just mentioned are people that I think to represent Francis, and even I didn't. That was his moment. He was champion. I didn't have the moment to talk with him, but I'm done. I'm tired. I'm exhausted with that topic.
Do you? Can I ask you one last thing on the topic? Do you regret anything that was done or said from your side leading up to the fight? Do you wish you could do anything differently?
No, leading on the fight, no. I don't. There's nothing that if you check everything that I said before the fight, everything that I said was almost accurate. I didn't say something wrong or tend to be wrong to hurt him or to do something. But again, like my advisor is saying, no matter what you say in this topic, you look bad anyway. No matter what you say, you just look bitter. You just look ex-wife, no matter what you try to say. So I'm not regretting. What if there's something that I regret is one myself that I didn't make it to as a coach. You have the responsibility and the duty to give some value to your student and to make them to make the good mood in the gym. I'm sorry that the first 4 years with Francis was very good, and I didn't make it to keep the relationship with him in the good mood. So that's something that is still painful for me, that I feel like I failed, And if there's something that I regret again, is that, which is sad to regret actually, like everything started because I went publicly responded to a journalist, saying to a journalist, yes, I think that Dana White saying that Francis has an ego is good. I do regret that, which is sad to regret that. But I do regret that because if I didn't say that, if I didn't admit that, I think everything would have go the same that we used to do. We had so much up and down with Francis in the past, but we were dealing with that ourselves, not on public. So yeah, but leading to the fight, I don't have anything that I can tell that I regret. Matter of fact, I think both of fighters they can say thank you to me because I did build the fight a little bit on that.
Yeah, you did. You're a good promoter, and I know you're a promoter for Aries FC, so you have that promoter in you. Could I ask you, what would you like to see happen with Ciryl next? Like, who do you want to see him fight, and when do you want to see him fight?
When do I want to see him fight? Who do I want to see him fight? I would like that fight with Francis happen in France, if that's possible. But I know that this is the last thing that the UFC is thinking right now. Sure. I think if they solve the problem with Francis, what they would like to do, what everyone would like to have is John Jones Francis. And that makes sense for me. That's the fight to do. But again, as a manager, Ciryl made a lot of money for this fight. A lot. Enough, actually. We feel like we're satisfied for the money that is had, not one that people think that he had. The money that he had is very good.
Okay.
And like you have time to, we can wait 6 months. We can wait 7 months. Matter of fact, he is now a big investor on a lot of stuff. Like he just he decided to get all his money on a cryptocurrency. Because he's working with a platform named MetaFight. That MetaFight is one of the best platforms because they have that new technology talking about the time capsule that you can send a message and keep that in the capsule. This is the very sophisticated technology. So he's on NFT right now, working with Ternoa. And therefore, we have time to let him wait till maybe they can build the fight. Maybe they could sort out the problem with Francis at some point.
So you're saying immediate? Okay, yeah.
So what I'm saying is that, I don't know about you, but I feel like the fight was close. And when the fight is close, generally we're talking about immediate revenge, gotcha. which can make sense, but I'm realistic. Mm-hmm. John Jones is number one in online. You cannot, this is how it works. It's a business. I do understand that. But if you ask me as a manager, I'm like, let's go for the immediate revenge in Paris. Because again, I'm not saying that just because of Francis. I think that if they fight in Paris, because of Ciryl, I think that if they fight in Paris, Francis would make good money in Paris. France is going nuts about this fight.
Sure.
African people, they are going crazy about this fight. Most of followers of Francis are African people living in Paris or living in Europe, that would be
huge
banana if they have this fight in France. But again, I don't think that will be more banana than John Jones, Francis. So I don't know. But in my point of view, that's the fight that I would like to have. If that do not happen and they have any issues having Francis on board in the company, then obviously we are ready to take John Jones.
Okay.
And yes, if that do not happen, there will be Stipe, there will be Curtis Blade. We are not, like Ciryl, if you ask him, he will say the same to you. Anyone, anywhere. It's the same. He do not care. Just throw anyone and let's play with him. But I just wanted to be honest with you. I said to you, if I have a fight that I want to do, that will be a massive, massive, massive intro for the UFC in France, and that will be used for the Europe. That's what that's the reality.
It would be gigantic. I wish you the best, Fernand. Thank you very much for coming on. You have another show coming up in February, right? An Aries show coming up in February.
Yeah, 3rd February in Paris, France, and
good luck.
And we will be live on UFC Fight Pass.
That's right. Yes, congratulations on that. So bon courage, félicitations, and congrats on a great fight. It was I thought it was a riveting fight, and again, I have no doubt that Ciryl will be back. Nassourdine is going to be in the mix as well. You've got a lot going on there at MMA Factory. So thank you for the time.
Nassourdine fighting soon.
Yeah, good luck to you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, Ariel. See you soon.
Okay, there he is, the head man over at MMA Factory, Mr. Fernand Lopez, who, of course, was a big part of that promotion. He's right. He did promote the fight a lot. He certainly added to it, and they even had the coaches, Eric Nixick and Fernand Lopez, at the media day, which I thought was interesting.